DJ LeRoy.
NightWatchman, how you doing, buddy?
I'm well, man. How are you?
Good, good. So, NightWatchman, of course, we know that one of the, real businesses that tends to actually grow and expand in Harlem have been restaurants.
Right, because you got to eat.
Yeah. I knew you throwing that curve. I knew that. Well, one of the guests,
but we want to eat well. That's the key.
And that's right. That's
the
right.
key.
And that's why we have these guests, because we want to eat well.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly one of the guys who is a veteran of Soul Lounge Primetime, but now he big time. He fancy. He's doing Spectrum commercials, and that is the one, the only Quie Slobert. Bring him out, man.
All right,
here we go. We bring him right there to the stage.
Fellas, how we doing? How we doing, family? How we doing today?
We good, my brother. We good. And all I gotta say, that's a good look on Spectrum. Okay.
You mean the show that was on before Spectrum? Because the show that was on before Spectrum was the show that did it for me. So let's be clear.
Wow.
It was that show with that guy on it. That guy, the NightWatchman and Curtis. Yeah, that show that did it for me. So yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the show that got me bubbling.
All right.
This is why, you know what, NightWatchman, we're going to be inviting him back again and again, just for this. But you know what? Next up, we also have a new restaurateur who's going to be opening up a spot, and he's talking about making some roux, or authentic roux, buddy. And you know what that is, NightWatchman?
Yes.
No, you don't. No.
That's Creole cooking, of course.
Oh, okay.
On,
Hey, Jimmy. All right, my brother. How you doing, man?
Good. I'm good.
Good. See, NightWatchman. I was trying to stump you, but you did get that one, so that was pretty good.
And Jimmy, tell us the name of your restaurant.
Lavittas.
All right, Lavittas.
Right. Excellent. Oh, and I'm sorry, Quie.
Talk to me.
What restaurant are you representing there?
The one and only Charles Pan Fried Chicken. Finest Harlem soul food. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go.
Working with the best Chef Charles Gabriel himself.
Yes.
Salute.
Right out from North Shakalaka.
Yes. 50 years in Harlem, cooking for Harlem people themselves.
I'm loving it. Okay. And NightWatchman, of course, you have hung out at the Minton's and Cecil space in the past.
Absolutely, yes.
But now, get ready for new life, new energy remix going in there. The remix. I like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And let's bring up Clacken and Sunil Rangila. Yes, bring him up. Okay. There you go. NightWatchman, what happened? There you go.
All right. Everybody's in the house.
Hey,
now.
great day, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Okay. So you know what? Let's start this.
How you doing?
All right. As a matter of fact, there are two other partners with you guys, correct? Who are part of this legacy hospitality.
That's correct. Yes.
All right. And we'll get to that very soon. So I first want to hear about this Charles Pan Fried, because I understand those guys have been like expanding up the wazoo. So please, Quie, what's been going on?
It's been great. You know, Charles been doing this for 50 years in Harlem. COVID happened, he shut down. And as of right now, soon we spring last year, we opened up on the 72nd Street on the west side. Great, had a great time. Then Charles came literally back to Harlem, 145th and Edgecombe. Great job there. 4 weeks ago, we opened up on 111th Street and 5th Avenue, right next to Christie Park. Yes. Beautiful, yes. And actually, Saturday that just passed, we had a grand opening for 125th Street.
Oh my God! Right
between
there,
Moorside, yes, in Amsterdam. We were here. We had a great time. The family came out. We fed 125 people for free to say welcome to the community. We had face painters there. It was an amazing time.
Oh my God! Well, congratulations. Well, let me ask you before I move on now. Any other plans to expand within the footprint of Harlem or beyond?
Here's the thing. We don't do the beyond. We are looking at DC and Atlanta right now.
Wow.
On a call for it. So, we got to expand it. Charles has to get his flowers now. He needs to see his name, like how I praise Charles and what he did for the community for over 50 years of doing it for himself, from a table to the truck to a brick and mortar. And this man did it single-handedly. Like, he's not getting his appreciation like he should. Like, I read his story. I've never met a man who picked cotton. He literally picked cotton,
wow,
in Charlotte, work 12 hours a day, give me $5 a week. is ludicrous. And from that to this, the hustle that he has, that ambition, that Harlem Renaissance energy, like this is a living legend. I think people know who he is. He's underrated highly. But he got me, the guard dog. I'm gonna talk about him. He's so humble. He is so humble, but I'm gonna talk about him. He's amazing, and people need to know his story. And his food's authentic. Like we keep it true to what it is. We still use the big skillets, the big pan. You know, we stand there, we rotate the chicken, put a lot of love in each bite. Our vegetables are vegan, but it's seasoned to perfection. Our collard greens is amazing. The yams, and we are still growing. We're getting better and better. We do everything. We go from the soul food to the jerk lamb to the rasa pasta. We do all that. You know, chickpea curry for those vegetarians. We are here for you, and we are about the community. We're hiring the community. That's what Charles is about too. And he want to make sure that we open up in our community and hire our community to get some of these youths and teach them. That's how I got off the streets. I love cooking. You know, so now it's like, let's give back. And that's what he's about. So I'm like, yes, Charles, we're going to give back. Let's hire everybody. Let's hire the street. Come here. You have a nice personality? I'll teach you what to do. Let's keep talking what to do.
Excellent. Quie, thank you for that, man, for sure.
Yeah, Quie brings the energy. But I also got to say, Quie is great about bigging up Charles, but we also got to big up Quie because we have seen how he has brought systems into the play that has allowed them to make this expansion, that everything runs tight and they keep the lines moving, they keep everything ship shape, and we know that that's you. So we just say we see you.
Come on, NightWatchman. Look, see Curtis, he's my favorite. He's my favorite, Curtis. It's why I watch the show because of this guy right here.
Absolutely. Very good.
Blessings. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Jimmy, NightWatchman, he said he knows roux. He knows authentic Creole cooking. So do tell.
We need to hear the story.
Yes.
The reason why I know it is because I grew up with it. You know, like my family. Yeah, definitely my mother, grandfather, and everything. I got a chance to watch them while I was growing up, while they were cooking it. I kind of took it for granted, but then what I found out is that in a lot of spaces, I didn't find a lot of authentic, gumbo or roux. Everybody had their versions of it. So what I wanted to do is go back to, how it's made. And the best way to do it is to go to Louisiana.
Yes.
Louisiana, because, my grandfather's from there, my father's from there, grandmother's from there. So what I wanted to do was make sure that I have something authentic, master what's authentic, the classics, and then, put like a new gourmet spin on it.
Nice.
But I always felt that, and that's why I wanted something like this in Harlem, because I always felt like, people try to do all of the fusion and stuff like that without like really getting to the core of what makes a really good roux, what makes a really good gumbo. And, that's what I'm doing. And it's not just about gumbo. It's about, different types of fish dishes and things like that. We also have a wood burning oven that was built over in England. And it's one of the only ones that's in Harlem where it's a wood burning oven where, you can get that nice flavor out of the different dishes and stuff like that, like chicken and fish and things like that. So
loving it. So you'll add some wood chips and whatnot to give that little flavor there?
Oh, big pieces of wood.
Ooh.
So you have the wood. So we have the conventional oven, the regular oven, but then, also you have that traditional wood burning oven, the kind that you see in Spain, the kind that you see, over in England and things like that, or in any other place around the world, you see them. And you may see them here for pizza burning ovens. There are a few in New York, but yeah.
All right. Love it. So now here goes. We know that there's this jazz club that was the birthplace of course, we know bebop. But we also know that for a little while there was a steakhouse called Cecil Steakhouse. So I understand that there's some guys going into those spaces and re-envisioning them. Can you two guys, Sunil and Joel, speak about that? Who wants to take that?
Oh yeah. So for a very long time we've had Cecil's and of course Minton's. We grew up hearing about these places. I myself grew up hearing about these places. having to, go to the Cecil Steakhouse for dinner and really having that experience. Now, being in the position to actually come in and, with me and my partners and bring something actually new to Harlem. So, I know, guys, it's far too often we go to steakhouse and, we're enjoying steak with garlic butter sauce. But let's be real, everyone's getting tired of that.
Yeah.
So our vision for the place is definitely to bring a more upscale, Caribbean steakhouse. There's not really any Caribbean steakhouse. And when we say Caribbean steakhouse, we're talking about bringing all the Caribbean flavors to the steakhouse industry, where you're not just getting plain meat, but it's actually having some great authentic flavor to it. And this is the vision. So it's called Plush Caribbean Steakhouse and Cocktail Bar, because those are the two things that we're really food bring people together, and also drinks bring people together as well. So we're taking great meat, great cuts of meat, seafood, and we're pairing that with great curated cocktails. So that is what, and you add that with great ambiance and just great music and entertainment. We're definitely set up for success with those combinations.
Well, you know what, Joel, I know that between the four of you, there are 3 restaurants. So please tell me about those restaurants. What we got cooking right now?
Yes, so my personal restaurant is called The Sweet Restaurant. It's located in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. I own that along with Atiba Stevenson, who is one of the other partners on this as well, and 2 other partners who's not on this deal.
Who are they? Those other partners, because I don't even remember that. But they're not part of the legacy. They're just
they're not part of the Legacy Hospitality Group.
Okay.
So they're a part of Sweet.
Gotcha.
So we came together in 2018 and put that together. What we really wanted to do was to put a Caribbean. What we really wanted to do was put a Caribbean experience, upscale experience in Brooklyn. We got a 99-cent store, man, and we gutted that thing. We were in there every weekend, just bringing our vision to reality. And we opened, December 2018 without really fully being ready. So, Sweet is definitely that type of environment where, we create the ambiance, we create the experience from the door. You come in and it's just a great experience overall, great food. Some of the things that we've actually created is a oxtail egg roll, so this is definitely something different. So we're all about, challenging the norm and, being creative and bringing something new to the table, really uprooting the whole restaurant industry with just creating new and improved feed-ins for our customers. So I was gonna actually go into charm, being that my other partner.
Let's hear it. I understand that he just became a father. Is that correct?
Yes, actually, this morning I was just.
All right, shout out to him.
Shout out!
Congratulations!
Congrats to him.
Yes.
So the owner of our Charm Restaurant and Bar downtown Brooklyn, right across from the Barclays Center, McKinley Lamar. So that's my other partner as well. He owns this very charming, just by the name alone, you could just, think about what kind of experience you'll get there. So he owns this very charming bar and restaurant downtown, great food, great ambiance, just, overall great cocktail. I mean, by nature, McKinley is a mixologist. So, everything that he put his hands on as far as cocktail, just a whole wonderful curated experience. Just different flavors, coming to you from different areas. So, it's definitely a very beautiful place.
Nice. And I understand that gentleman there, Sunil, he has something there in that other borough, Queens. Sunil, tell us about Heat, buddy.
We're in the forgotten borough over here. Everything is. I became part of the Brooklyn guys. Yeah. So I own a little place in Richmond Hill, Ozone Park. Been there about 7 years. It's called Heat Caribbean Kitchen and Lounge. Where years ago I saw this business going a different way. I was always in the bar business, never in the restaurant business. And I decided to open a bar with a restaurant and a lounge, everything rolled into one. And I just like the model of going out to a bar and being able to get a fine meal, basically.
Nice.
And, watching a game, listening to some live music, the DJs come on, that nice little vibe, So we have great Caribbean flavors, blended from all over the Caribbean. I'm Guyanese, I'm
Nice.
unapologetically Caribbean.
Well, tell me that you have some roti up in that bad boy.
Oh, definitely we do. We got everything from roti with goat curry to chicken curry to rack of lamb, steak, salmon, rasta pasta, my ever famous lamb sliders, which is probably my best selling appetizer dish. Probably run out about it every day, But that's basically it. I melded all the flavors from the Caribbean, from Trinidad, Guyana, Barbados, Jamaica, Antigua, St. Kitts.
Okay, I'm represented. I hear that. Heard St. Kitts. So yes, it's good.
So everything has a little different flavor to it. You're not just gonna find one type of flavor from one country. So it's definitely the menu is definitely a melting pot.
And I noticed that you're also wearing some swag. Is that correct?
Oh yeah. This is our logo for Plush Caribbean Steakhouse and Cocktail Bar coming to Harlem very soon. We're super excited. You have 3 operators in the field already coming in to take over a massive spot. Size wise.
Yes.
It can't be done by one person. It's just too big of a place.
Yes.
Considering the size of that kitchen down there, it's any chef's dream to work in a kitchen of that size.
So we're going to wait for the magic to unfold, correct?
Oh, definitely.
All right, I'm loving this. So you know what? I got to find out. Certainly, Night Watchman. We as Black people, we know chicken. Is that correct?
Of course, yeah.
Well, now I'm just wondering, because I certainly do know about Charles Pan Fried in Uptown. How has the reception been, Quie, on 72nd Street, your other location there?
You know what? That was the thought going in, but if you think about it, the South is vast, and people that's down there now, family is from the South. So exactly, if you want to think about it like that, they're coming in here, they're trying to guess recipes and guess seasons, and it's almost hitting it. So yes, they are welcome with open arms. We got there, they opened up, say, hey, come on. This tastes like my grandmama used to make. I'm like, your grandmama? Your grandmama? Did you just say your grandmama? All right, cool. So it surprisingly, a lot of famous people down here too. Of course, we see a lot of celebrities down there, and their families from the South. So it's an eye opener for me. On 145th and Edgecombe and 32nd Street, you thought it'd be a big difference, but it's not. And if you walk in and you just see the people, the community, and then you understand like the visual from the restaurant side about your community, it's a melting pot, and everybody is love. Like when you walk into Charles Pan Fried Chicken, you will be greeted with love, and the culture clash is nothing. There's everybody's family. You look in the line, you see black face, you see white face, you see Asian face, you see Indian face. It's like it's all love, and they want that. And the chicken is amazing. Don't forget those ribs, the smoked ribs, the turkey wings. Don't forget about that. Catfish Fridays, all that, we have it. But it's just the community comes out. And the reception at 72nd Street, the same kind of love we get at 145th and 111th and at 125th is love. And the people understand that and see it from my point of view, this world would be a better place. Because when you go in, we all dine together. Your woman, we're taking our restaurant, so you're waiting online. And you don't know a person in front of you or I'm backing you probably. And it's conversations. It's just the love that they have. And it's like, yo, this is how my community should be all around. Nice. Like, so it's more than that. It's like we're feeding you. We're in our home and everybody's having a great time. Like we never had an argument. There's been no argument with people pushing and shoving. You know how it is on the line. And it's been love. Like, yo, excuse me, we had our little samples and everybody having a great time. It's like a little party in that spot, which is amazing for me. And that's all locations. Anybody go there tell you, we vibing. Music is playing, we vibe, waiting for my food. It's what it is. I see them cooking the chicken. We wait for our food. And it's a party, and that's the atmosphere we provide. That's the experience. You go inside, you're not just you're having a great time. Welcome. You know what I mean? Put some sauce on those ribs. Saucy. Ooh. Like you get the whole energy and the love with the food. And you see the kids that in your community that could have been doing something else, but it's choosing to work, serving you good food. You know what I mean? You see Charles Gabriel hard work at hand. You know what I mean? We need to do it vast. But as the question was asked, the welcome in at 72nd Street was amazing. It was
Nice.
warm, it was loving, and it was like the community should be.
Nice. Okay. And Night Watchman, certainly we have done 145th Street, but I have not yet done 5th or the new location now on 125th.
I'm trying to keep up as well. I'll probably try to get to the 125th Street first.
Keep
That's
up.
a little
I'm gonna
closer.
pick you guys up. I'm gonna come right to your studios and pick you guys up. Listen, you got 72nd Street. You've been there. I seen you interview me. Everything was amazing there. We have 145th. We have 111 by Central Park, which is amazing, and we have 125th Street. Like that's our beautiful spot. It's a lot of work. After 3 restaurants, the 4th one got to be perfect. Like it's amazing. Like we started this last year. You know what I mean? So we did 2 a year so far. You did 2 last year. We did 2 this year. With a couple of months in between. I don't know who's doing it like that. It thanks to Charles, but we are really rocking, and it's the community that's pushing us behind. We still have some growing to do, and that's what it is. Give me the criticism. Give me all of them. Let's fix it. We will be better, and we will always constantly grow.
Wow. Love it. So, Jimmy, I believe certainly we know that Harlem does have a beautiful restaurant vibe before, but you're going to be adding something new and special.
Yeah.
And what are your feelings? You're feeling that energy? You're feeling that welcomeness? Tell me.
I am. I think that what was really important is that I got along with the owner. The owner gets along with me. She believes in what we're doing.
Nice.
The location that we had, it used to be. I think it used to be a salon or something like that. Since the 1940s, either a salon or a barbershop. We were here since the 1940s.
Wow.
Being in this a landmark building, it was like really special, and it was special for her. And we wanted to do something where we had to make sure that we created a really nice vibe, and that's what we're looking for. This is a new space. There's never been a restaurant there before.
Wow.
And what's really cool, we wanted to do something fun. I wanted to do something fun where people can just go in and they feel comfortable just going in the space where they won't have to go all the way down to Midtown or whatever to, eat a nice meal. There are a lot of places in Harlem that you can eat, as you can see. But it's a special project because it is a landmark building, and put a lot of work into it from last year up until now, getting everything together. So we should be able, hopefully we'll be able to open before Food Network show premieres, because I was doing some, I did a food competition show on there. So hopefully it'll be able to.
I'm loving it. So Quie, you may not necessarily be the only celebrity in this bad boy, huh?
Nah, not at all. And it's welcome. We in Harlem. It's love. That's what it is. We share it.
I love
Harlem on the rise.
Excellent. So Jimmy, then I have to know that. Okay, Malcolm X Boulevard between what and what?
Between 121st and 120th.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, we're not far away from Bar Wine, and then there's a funeral home not too far away from us, right?
Yes,
right.
We have some really great neighbors. It's a beautiful space, beautiful area, and I feel that at least what I'm trying to do is just come up with something, just make people feel good when they arrive, make people feel wanted, a place that they can call theirs, and that's the most important thing.
Excellent. Night Watchman, certainly you already heard and from our guys in terms, especially from Sunil, how literally first you're a mixologist, cocktail lounge that also offers the great food. So I'm wondering about with Plush Steakhouse, Caribbean Steakhouse, like there will be more than just Rays and nephews. There will be other drinks there. So I need to hear, Joel, what is the vision, man? Do tell.
So the vision for the Mintons is, basically to keep the Mintons the way it is, where it's historic jazz club. We are gonna, be bringing in a few different things for the Mintons as well, just to appeal to the younger generation. Not saying that the younger generation doesn't love, great jazz music as well, but we want to be inclusive to everyone. So we want to have jazz and, ring that in and mix it with a little bit of R&B. And still keep that great place that it is. Now, as far as the for Plush, we're again, we're looking to bring something great to Harlem. So just listen to Chef QB. It's about the experience that you bring when it comes to the restaurant industry. So let's take for example, before, what people were normally doing, they would come out to a restaurant, they would eat, and right after they would go somewhere else. The dynamics is changing. People are no longer doing that because restaurants are offering everything that you need. So from the moment you walk through the door, you have great drinks, you have great food, you have great ambiance, and you have a great experience overall with some great music in the background. So what we tend to find is that people are coming in and they're staying a lot longer because everything is there. No longer do they need to leave a restaurant and go to the club on, let's say, a Saturday night. Let's say someone come in at 8 o'clock to enjoy a jazz show. They're doing that, then they're grabbing some drinks, they're networking, they're spending time with family. So it's that all-in-one holistic experience that we're trying to create. Now, what my partner Sunil didn't mention is that he's an amazing chef.
Ooh.
So I don't know how he forgot to put that in there, but I have to brag for him. He's an amazing chef. Again, as I mentioned, McKinley is amazing when it comes to mixology. So our vision is just very unique, upscale cocktail, like very high end. It's just been fun, just putting these things together and tasting them. And something that we pride ourselves on is actually growing our employees from within. So a lot of our employees that has been with us, all three restaurants that has been with us for a very long time, we're taking them on this journey with us. Right. So you have some great mixologists, you have some great food beverage managers that we'll be revealing pretty soon that will be taking on this journey with us. So it's just creating that holistic experience. Like, we are so excited about this project. So you guys know Minton's and Cecil's has been around for a very long time. It's a historic landmark. The Mintons has always been a historic landmark. I believe the Cecil's was just voted to become a historic landmark about a few weeks ago. So this is huge for us. And the reason why we name our group Legacy Hospitality Group is because this is our legacy. This is the beginning of something huge where you have three separate restaurants coming together for such a major undertaking. And you have four heads now. You have so many different ideas that, how can we, make this a success? How can we make this place as upscale as possible and just bring those unique, touches, those unique food, those unique drinks, those unique cocktails, like, just everything overall, make it the place to be in Harlem. And that's what we're trying to do. And we've gotten great reception from the community. Everyone that we've spoken to so far is, very excited about what we're doing because, again, they have known these two locations for a very long time. And, just to know that you have young Black men coming up and, we're putting that touch and continuing the legacy and building on top of that is just something, very exciting for us.
Excellent. And you know what? I understand, Sunil, that you guys, you and I believe Atiba, had a conversation with this organization, Harlem Community Development Corporation, that actually went pretty well in terms of they are welcoming you guys into that particular space. Is that correct?
What was it? Last week Friday. We met a lot of interesting people from the Harlem community, and they're all excited to see us come into that space. Like Joel mentioned, it's it's a famed building. It's been around for a long time. Minton's has been around for a long time. Cecil's been around for a long time. It means a lot to a lot of people. So I think that's why this undertaking is taking off the way it is. Otherwise we'd just be another new restaurant coming along the road. But really no fanfare. But I think the community wants it more than we do. In a sense, they want it for different reasons. We want it for different reasons. So we just we're just looking forward to partnering with the community and all aspects of it: the dining, the music, the family entertainment, serving the community. As
Yeah, I understand, Sunil. I understand, Sunil, that you guys are also probably going to be doing something with the residents that are in the building. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was actually just about to get to that. So, as you know, the building above the Cecil's Hotel is now a nonprofit organization ran by HSI, Housing Services Incorporated. And what they do is they place formerly homeless people in permanent residence. So,
nice.
Most people think it's a shelter. It's not a shelter. These are actually hardworking people who have jobs and they pay their rent, and they have affordable places to live at. And the building maintains a strict code of conduct where it's not like other places in the city, other shelters where everything is going haywire and you have no control. People are very respectful. So every Wednesday, Plush Caribbean Steakhouse will be feeding the entire building.
Wow.
And then we're going to do 2 events yearly for them, Christmas and Thanksgiving around the holiday season.
Nice.
If it was up to me, I'd sit on the barbecue smoker outside all day long and cook for everybody. Just slinging jerk chicken all day long, barbecue chicken, steaks, whatever it takes. But we look forward to engaging with the community because me and Joel, we actually met through trying to help other people. Between our restaurant coalition, we met reaching out to other restaurants, doing food drives, fundraisers, whatnot, whatever it took to help our community. That's how we actually became friends, and then now we're business partners.
Nice.
Same thing with Atiba Stevenson and McKinley Lamar, who's not here right now.
Excellent. Wow. Okay. That sounds really good. So I got to know, Quie, in terms of what you just heard from Sunil, in terms of Charles Pan Fry, some engagement with the community and providing maybe a service to folks.
Service to folks. Charles is the community. When we first go to any location, we actually give out free food to everyone. That's the welcome, and that's what we do. We gave out 125 meals. We stayed in on Saturday, but we gave out way more. 145th, we gave out 700 free meals. 111th, we gave out 300 free meals. And this is what we do. We actually give to the community. And when we go to a community, we go to the schools, we go to the pastors, we go to the after-school programs, and we actually feed them for free. Say welcome to the community. And that's the thing that we do. I work for a company called Avenue for Justice, where Cooking for Shirley's son is there. We actually teach the kids who is falsely accused because of their complexion are accused on a harsher systematic race because of their complexion. I teach them how I got my journey out. Not the fact that they have to be chefs, but that was my gateway to think of something else. So it's called Cooking for Shirley's son because it cook them into. Let them know that there's more that they can do. Also, I work with another organization, kids from 4 to 12. It's called Black Boys Wear Suits Too. It's what we do in the community. We take them out. We show them where every month we take them somewhere special. Last month we went to the YMCA, go for a swim. Went to see Mario Brothers. Went to Mansion Museum. Like we do things with them to show them that they have love too, and they have a great time. Then they come at the Charles Pan Fried Chicken and they eat for free. So this is the constant thing that we're doing. So every month I work with Avenue for Justice, teaching kids how to cook different meals. Every month I work with Black Boys Wear Suits Too. But that's what it's all about. The community helping us out. But how do I help the community? Not think about me, my troubled youth, and how I got into trouble. So these kids are being harsher sentences because they're black. A black boy do a crime, a white boy do a crime, who's getting a harsher judgment term. So the fault is not theirs, but it's the way society is. So how do I help out? Buy my food. I can't do. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not there, but I know what I can do, and that's my time. So I'm attacking them at that age, but I want to catch them before they get there, and that's where Black Boys Wear Suits is coming at. Where we help the young kids, show them that they have love, and show them different ways. So yes, he's absolutely right. Community is everything. But Wednesday, I will be in the room to get my free meal from your man to make sure we good. So I'll be there on Wednesday getting that free meal. But I would love to get some of that roux to go with that. That'd be amazing. And some cocktails. Come on, it's all combined together. And this platform is amazing. I want to thank you, NightWatchman and Curtis, for bringing this. You look around, you see these faces right here. This is amazing. This is amazing. And you guys are to be applauded that you bring us together, because I would never met these brothers. But I'm definitely going to chill and Plush. I'm definitely going to be there. That roux is going to be in my like fish. I want to dip my chicken in that roux and eat it together. That combined soul and combined love. So this right here, I appreciate y'all, brothers. This is for you, every single one of you. But this is showing our people we're doing it.
Yes,
we're doing limits. What? No. What? Nah. We doing it. We doing it. Hard work. It's hard work. This is not for the faint of heart. Our family understand. Holidays, we're working. Weekends, we're working. You know what I mean? The fun time, we're working. But we enjoy this passion. We have this passion. It's us. We're not selfless. I mean, we're not selfish. We are selfless because this is what we love to do. But Curtis, NightWatchman, I appreciate you guys, my brothers. Please keep in contact with me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Quie, go, as they say, go handle your business, because we know what it's like in the restaurant business. So go handle it, brother.
Charles Fan Fried Chicken, love you guys too. Please come. Thank you.
You got it, man. Nice. Oh, man. Oh, man.
All right. Well, listen, first of all, we appreciate the passion that all of you all bring to what you're doing, because we understand the hospitality industry is not an easy industry, and it probably doesn't work if you don't have the passion for it. And you guys bring the passion. I want you guys, Sunil, Jimmy, and Joel, just tell us a little bit about your entry into hospitality and how you got to where you are now.
Would you like go ahead. Go for it.
We're talking.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
I can go. I think that I grew up. My grandfather owned a restaurant, and I grew up in it. Right.
Okay.
I grew up visiting his restaurant and everything like that. Really didn't. It was in the back of my head. Right.
And where was this, Jimmy?
This was in Chicago on the south side, around
south side. Okay.
Yeah, around 100 and it was in the hundreds. Wow. But it was nice. It was nice. What he did was during those times, what he did was he brought a restaurant in the area that supplied whatever customers needed. So you know, it wasn't uncommon to see a restaurant that would supply a small amount of good groceries and barbecue and like other things. It was a diner as well. So it was a smokehouse, barbecue, and he sold little groceries on the side.
Nice.
You know? And the reason why is because when you're in an area, and this is just my opinion, when you're in an area and it's like Chicago, or when you're in any area that's, you know, kind of segregated where you don't have these items or they're far away, you need that one-stop shop.
Yes.
And still today, if you look around and you go into certain areas and you may not have those big grocery stores. So what do? This place provided everything. So I was learning how to cook from my family there. And then later in the years, I got more into catering. I opened up a cafe, and that was pretty cool. And after that, start doing more catering and everything like that. Went to Paris a little bit, stayed there for a bit, was cooking. I just really wanted to.
So Jimmy, back up for a second. Paris for a little bit. Do expand. Go ahead. What attracted you to Paris there, man?
I just wanted to get away from America. I was working so much, and I was like, you know, let me go over here. And then I didn't really want to cook when I went out there. That's ridiculous.
So you're gonna be like what, like James Baldwin, man? Talk to me.
In my head, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna write. So I went there with a laptop, and I was like writing about doing all these different things. And then I realized, like, why am I writing with a laptop? Nobody had laptops in cafes over there. Like,
wow.
So then I just start cooking more, and I start talking to chefs, and I start cooking more, and then it was in me. The food was in me. So when I got back to America, it was mostly I had those things in me, and it was one of those things that I noticed. I was like, well, wait a minute, these guys over here are saying that I can cook. Why do I feel reluctant to do it back home, where I get more, you know, issues? So you know what I mean? It's weird when you leave and people appreciate you. You're like, oh, okay. So I started doing that and doing the catering. When I came to New York, close to around like 15 years ago when I came here and I moved to Harlem. What I noticed is that there wasn't a lot of Louisiana style restaurants.
That's true. True.
And I started doing catering and festivals. And with the festivals, I was able to see how receptive people were when it came to the food, and they were, and it did well. And so I just continued to do that. And the main thing for me was to make sure that how can I do this whole farm to table thing? How can I get these really good ingredients?
Yes.
Give it to people where I know they'll appreciate it. They just won't be. Sometimes when you do festivals or you have a restaurant, people are like so used to certain quality. And I didn't want to do that. I'm like, I want to go to certain places. I want to go to areas where people are going to appreciate it like me, and they're not going to take it for granted. That was really important. But that's how I got into it. I've always been cooking most of my life. But yeah.
Excellent.
Working in restaurants. So
excellent. Joel, your journey, man.
So for me, it was definitely a little bit different. So, I wasn't one of the people who grew up wanting to, be a chef, wanting to be in the restaurant industry per se. But it just so happened that, my family lineage actually came from a great background of restaurants. I have family members that are the original founders, starters of the restaurant chain Golden Crust.
Oh,
so,
okay. Absolutely.
Yes, so I've been working in the kitchen since that time, but I believe what really, struck a chord for me was seeing that there aren't a lot of upscale Caribbean restaurants. So, I wanted to be one of the people to bring Caribbean steakhouse. There are no Caribbean steakhouse. So I wanted to be one of the founders, one of the original pioneers of Caribbean steakhouse. When you think about Caribbean food, a lot of people think about, the mom and pop's takeout.
Right.
It's not being recognized on a larger scale as, upscale dining. And that's something that we wanted to change. We really wanted to change the perception of what a Caribbean restaurant, an upscale Caribbean dining experience is. And that's what really got me into the restaurant industry is just wanting to change that. I've always been very entrepreneurial, but as far as being in the restaurant, it's definitely something that I fell in love with maybe about 10 years ago.
Okay, nice. NightWatchman, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, did we lose Joe for a second?
No.
No.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Sunil, do tell us, because we hear that you have skills. So tell us about your skills and how you develop those.
A little bit of skills. So it was kind of out of necessity. I was 18 out of high school, living in New York by myself. My family just moved to Florida, and I didn't want to go. New York. Nobody wants to go to boring-ass Florida, So I actually wanted to join the Air Force, and I got rejected.
What?
My older cousin flew B-2 bombers in the first Gulf War. And in order to get into the Air Force Academy, you needed a certain amount of college credits, your local senator's letter of approval. I didn't want to go in as a grunt. So I didn't have enough college credits at the time, so they told me to come back next semester. And I was living on 64 and Lex. And there was a little French Vietnamese restaurant downstairs, Le Soir d'Assis. It was a mom and pop place, but definitely 5-star. I think they're still around. They moved to Greenwich. But I got my foot in the door there. I was bartending, being a Rich D. And from there, it took off. I'm 19 years old. I'm in Queens, bartending and running one of the largest nightclubs in New York, Amazura.
Oh, wow. Yes.
And, we're talking 20-something years ago. I'm making $2-3 grand a week and working 3 days,
Nice.
So I basically stayed in the bar business. I never worked in a restaurant or went to culinary school or anything, but, all my places had small kitchens, and being in the hospitality industry, you spend a lot of time there, you know, when everybody's having barbecues and stuff on weekends or going away or having parties, you're at work.
Yeah.
So, you know, basically I had to make my own barbecues in the driveway or the backyards, and just over time, just mastered a little bit, put a lot of different flavors together. Love to eat, so I would eat at a lot of different places. And, you know, and one thing about being a chef is common sense plays a big role. A lot of people might not think it, but common sense plays a big role in just tasting things and learning things, and, you know, seeing what different ingredients can do or how it can elevate your food. You know, different time. It takes so much it takes so much into cooking a meal, and if your common sense is not clicking, you're gonna have majority of the time you're gonna have a bad meal. So when this latest place came around, Heat Caribbean Kitchen, almost 7 years ago, it came with a big kitchen, and he said, you know, I said, let's give it a shot. You know, I was already great on the grill, so that was the easy part. The Caribbean dishes, which I learned from my family and my community, that was already down packed.
Nice.
So it was just to elevate it with other cuisines, you know, a little American influence, some Italian influence, or French, Spanish influence in our food. It was just bringing it all together.
Nice.
And, you know, when we opened up, we hit the ground running and real fast. So, you know, when I'm telling you real fast, you know, within the second or third week, we were punching 120 tickets out the kitchen, you know?
Woo!
Wow.
I've never was an executive chef or an expediter in the kitchen. And here I am, and it's just picking up. It's me and two guys who are basically fresh in the business. One guy, his name is one of my cooks. His name was Hayas. So he had the most experience out of the three of us in the kitchen, which is about a year.
Wow.
But you know what? By God's grace, we were able to pick it up real quickly and not damage the business. We were actually able to elevate the business real quickly for a brand new restaurant, and basically having operators that didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Excellent. Well, NightWatchman, I guess one of the key things we got to find out for everyone. Okay, here it is, guys. I'll start with you, Jimmy, and then I'll go to Sunil and Joel. Jimmy, expected opening will be?
Looking to open by late June. If
okay.
Build out right now, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we can finish everything up by late June.
Yes, fingers crossed, because we certainly do know build outs, and then of course getting your certificates from who? The Department of Buildings. Ooh, baby. But go ahead.
Well, it took us a long time to even get approved, almost like half a year to get approved by landmarks in the Department of Buildings. That's the thing.
That's right. I forgot. That's right. You have a special challenge because it is a landmark structure, right?
Yeah, I had to start last year in order to even just get everything approved, and we just started doing the work. So yeah, it's a lot.
And you have to, of course, because it was not used as a restaurant before, make sure that all those accoutrements in terms of the flume and all that stuff is built into the building, or what?
Exactly. Yeah. So the way that works is like you get yourself a really good architect. I had a good one and a good mechanical engineer, and they let you know what you can do and how long and what to expect. So with my architect, he guided me on how we can do the build out and what's possible. So once we submit it to the Department of Buildings and Landmarks, we know how long it's going to take or what to expect. And I knew coming into the door even before I got the space.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. Well, you two guys, Sunil and Joel, you have what is it, like plug and play, turnkey? However, I know you want to put your own spin on it. So what's that going to look like, and when do you guys expect to open?
I mean, the beautiful thing about it, that we won't have similar issues to what Jimmy had to go through, because this was actually, 2 restaurants before. So we have all those things in place already, even though it is a landmark building. So that's the most beautiful thing about it. However, the changes that we are bringing is going to take us a few months to get up and running. So we're definitely looking to be up and running by August. Fingers crossed. With these kind of things, you never actually know. You could have setbacks. You just never really know. But that's what we're pushing for, to open within the next 3 months.
Gotcha. Well, one of the things I certainly do recall under the former Cecil Minton structure was that you had not one but two chefs at one point. Are you guys envisioning that as well, or what, or something different?
Yeah, so we're definitely we're still trying to contemplate how we definitely go about it. The building has two massive kitchen,
Wow.
and so we are gonna, depending on how we structure it, where we're having both kitchens open at the same time. But there will be one executive chef, and there will be other sous chefs that will be working directly under that executive chef.
Gotcha. Oh man. Well, Night Watchman, what you got cooking, man?
Well, I'm just listening to. I'm getting hungry. That's what's happening. they've been tantalizing us with what's to come. I'd like to also just hear about how you guys develop and select your personnel, because I know that that's one of the biggest challenges in hospitality is the staffing. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. So, that's definitely the hospitality industry is definitely one of the industries where you have a high turnaround when it comes to staff. But, again, we've been extremely lucky. And, I guess a lot of it has to do with the way you treat your employees. As I mentioned before, a lot of our employees from that we've had relationships with for many years will be now taking this journey with us. One thing that we do at Sweet is we turn employees into owners. And this is something that we really and truly believe in. Even something as simple as our employee of the month, what we normally do on a monthly basis when we select the employee of the month. Normally, restaurants give a gift or something of that sort. What we actually do is we have a mentorship dinner with that staff. So we choose like another restaurant in our Black restaurant coalition, let's say a Heat or another restaurant, and we call that owner and say, hey, we're bringing our staff for dinner, and that staff is allowed to speak to us about anything, whether it's business, whether they want to be a restaurant owner, or it may just be in a completely different industry. We may know someone in that industry that we could give a call. So we find this to be very amazing. Instead of just giving a gift that's just going to last a day, a lot of our employees are very young. So our executive chef is 34, and everybody else that work in the kitchen is no older than 23, 24. But again, it's not every day that they see Black men being successful, that they're able to talk to or have access to. So for us, that is extremely, extremely important. So you have a lot of staff who comes in, and once we share our vision with them and what we're trying to do, they really buy in. So we have a lot of staff that's been around for a very long time that has went from dishwashers to chef to sous chef, you name it. We've had people who came in and they started cleaning floors, and then they're bartenders, and then they become managers, and now they're looking into partnerships with us on future ventures, because we are looking to expand into different states, different cities. So it's very important when it comes to your staffing. As long as you treat them good and they treat you good and take care of your business as though it's theirs, we definitely want to make sure those people are being rewarded, and it's not just a glass ceiling. They actually see a path to ownership.
Absolutely. And I guess what, Joel, one of the things I also do know, in terms of, let's say, Merchants Association, local development corporations, I do know that there have been inquiries to you guys from the FDBA, Frederick Douglass Boulevard Alliance, for you guys to actually become a part of their membership. Thereby being, when there is one of these community events that might be right there on Frederick Douglass or 116th Street, they want you guys involved. How are you guys feeling about becoming, as I say, part of the fabric?
Listen, we're extremely excited about it. We're very community oriented. We're very community oriented. And again, as I mentioned before, so I I'm the president of the Black Restaurant Coalition, which is a huge organization of Black-owned restaurants and bar in New York City, Long Island, and we're expanding into Jersey and just different states. And
Joel, how old is that organization now? Tell me about
that
it.
organization is 2 years. So we
Beautiful.
really came together during the pandemic when everything was going haywire for restaurants. We really didn't have anyone to turn to but ourselves. So we it started a WhatsApp group, of people just sharing ideas and just reaching out to different restaurants to ask for help, whether it's someone wanted a technician or they wanted an electrician or they wanted to figure out how to go about getting certain DOB contracts signed off.
Wow.
And we really took that and we realized the power that we're able to have where, you don't have to have a restaurant go out of business because they didn't know what to do or because they didn't have help. So the BRC is really just the central hub for, just financial education, financial resources, and just resources overall for Black restaurants. Excellent. And it's not just Black restaurants, it's Black and brown restaurants.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that. And you know what? I got to say for you, Jimmy, now there is no, as we know, Merchants Association or Restaurant Association along Lenox. Not yet. But you could be the start of something. So I'm thinking about, of course, Fabrice over at Barrel Wine. Of course, Leia and Nino over at Setapani, who are great, pioneers on that particular strip there. So what is your vision in terms of incorporating your restaurant into that community there?
Definitely, I'm new to the whole area, Lenox Avenue, but networking, getting to know people, seeing what we can do. We're already closely knit already. There are a lot of great places in the area. It's a few people that I know already, people that I talked to that one of the owners of Clay and, that place. That's a great place.
Yep.
And even places, God, I can't think of the name right now, but there's an Italian place that's up the street from me.
Sotacascia?
I believe so. And then you have the place on Frederick Douglass Vinia. I forgot. Does it start with a
Vinatieri? Yes. Okay. You got excellent.
So just keeping that network, and so what I plan on doing is, networking a bit more, seeing what we can do so we can incorporate the community. They're doing it already. I'm learning from them, and it also helps me with hiring and things like that on different.
Speaking of which, so how's that been going in terms of the hiring?
It's been going. I'm looking at it in a different way. Like it's hard. Because I've done that with festivals and stuff like that. One thing that I'm standing by, what I stick by, you really can't. The people that I look for, you really can't teach like good customer service. That's in you. I can teach you how to cook, but I can't teach you how to be nice to someone.
True.
You're a crappy person. I can't bring that energy into the restaurant, but I can tell you these are the rules, and I'm going to lead by respect. And we're going to go about it that way. So I'm looking at it that way. Also, opening the doors up so people can understand what the vision is and what the outcome will be if they treat people well and the meals and everything consistent, because we're looking for good consistency. You want whoever you hire to have an understanding of your goal. What's the outcome? Yes. Though they may not know your vision, they should have an understanding this is theater. We're doing this together. There's an outcome, and it's going to reward all of us if we work well together.
Excellent. And you know what? I'm going to make sure that all of you guys are also connected to, and that is Nicoa Evans Hendricks of Harlem Park to Park. She, as you know, she has a restaurant on Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard, aka 7th Avenue at 137th Avenue. I understand, Night Watchman, it's been rebranded.
Yes.
Okay. So, but that would be a definitely, as they say, a good resource for you guys going forward and coming in to the community. Night Watchman, how we looking, buddy?
It's we've got to wrap this thing up. It's been great having you guys with us. You've been listening to Soul Lounge Prime Time on WHCR 90.3 FM, the voice of Harlem. Also live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, always on Monday nights, 7 p.m. on the radio, 8 o'clock. We do our live streams, and you can find us on all your favorite podcast platforms, including Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Google Music, and ask Siri about us, ask Alexa about us, ask them to play the latest Soul Lounge Primetime episode right away.
and gentlemen, I need to know, let's say, before we let you go, because I don't see the stuff on the band. I saw some stuff earlier, but let's say, so Jimmy, if they want to get in touch with you, how do they do that? There you go.
Yeah, Lavittas Creole. That's my handle. And Chef Jimmy Thomas, we're going to have a website soon. Just still working on everything. So, yeah.
Okay. Sunil and Joel, how do we get in touch?
So individually, guys could definitely get in touch. Our social media handle is The Sweet Restaurant. We're going to be having all the plush information coming out very, very soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. So you have The Sweet Restaurant. You also have Charm BK if you want to check out Charm. And Sunil will definitely give you his information as well.
Hey, Sunil.
Hey, guys.
So how do we get in touch? Go ahead.
Basically, on our Instagram handle, Heat Kitchen, or our website, www.heatkitchenlounge.com. We're pretty easy to find. All our information is on the web. Anything Heat Caribbean, and we'll pop up. Majority of times, you type in Heat, and with a first letter C in Caribbean, we're going to be number one on the list.
All right.
That's great SEO right there.
Yeah, exactly. So, NightWatchman, can you say road trip, buddy?
Absolutely. And we don't forget our brother Quie, who left early, but you can find them at charlespanfriedchicken.com or at charlespanfriedchicken on IG.
Hey, yes. NightWatchman and DJ LeRoy.
Yes.
When you guys are on this road trip, make sure you grab Chef Thomas over there since he's not open yet.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Done. I'm loving this. Do you feel the love and the food in the space, buddy?
Man, I can smell it.
Gentlemen, thank you for a great show, man.
Thank you guys for putting this together. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.